once again, everyone, and welcome to the Sanctuary. I'm your host, CruiseNickX. Once again, we're playing Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail, and we're still working on our role quests, so here we are again. Fresh off the heels of the physical ranged DPS role quest, we are now going to switch over to the magical side of DPS. So, in these next few episodes, we will be doing the magical role DPS quest line. So, the first thing we gotta do is figure out which magical DPS we are going to be doing for this first quest. Sorry, trying to get my voice in order, but swallowed something wrong and now I'm having trouble. Anyway, in order to do this, we are going to start with the Wheel of Mages. Yes, I made wheels for all these roles. So, we've got 4 to choose from, and we're going to spin for our first one in just a moment. I will be removing them to start off with, and then the last 2 quests, we will see who gets the big reveals at the end. But for now, let's just pick or figure out which role we're going for in the first quest. Oh shit, looking good right off the bat. The job being used for this quest will be Red Mage. And somehow I totally forgot to hit the remove key. I'll have to change that later. But for now, let's just check out our Red Mage, huh? Red Mage looks damn nice in Dawntrail. I cannot get over this new attire. Oh, just so elegant, so adventurous. Though I am going to make one change to it, only because of roleplay reasons. Perfect. Now then, in order to start this quest line, we're going to come to Tsuuhe and continue our journey with the level 90 quest, Power Forgotten. Oh, hello. Did Brukevu send you to help recover our stolen treasure? Thank the heavens. And judging by your accoutrements, you're learned in the arcane arts, yes? If so, we've need of your power and wisdom. Truth be told, it is wisdom that we require most. You see, even though the treasure has been guarded by our people for generations, we know little of its true nature. In ages past, the forests of our homeland were plagued with terrible beasts, a constant source of fear and danger. To combat this menace, our mages spent many moons researching the treasure, known as the Perch of the Apex. Upon unlocking its secrets, they were able to drive the monsters from the woods, bringing peace at last. With the threat all but eradicated, our forebears forbade any further use of the treasure and enshrined it within the village. As the years passed, we slowly forgot what it was to live in fear. Yet, as our struggles faded into memory, stories surrounding the Perch of the Apex became legend, then myth. Now, none living are certain of its true power. Yet the peace was shattered by a member of the Passage of the Unbound. The villain wheeled his way into our trust, then stole upon my husband, the treasure's appointed guardian, catching him unaware with a terrible blow that left him unconscious. He has yet to awaken, so my daughter, Tepeke, has set forth to retrieve what was stolen. Unlike her father, she still has no skill in the arcane arts and chose the path of the sword. That's why I've been seeking someone with the knowledge she lacks, should the ancient power be unleashed. Please, if you can find it in your heart to help Tsuuhe, I would be forever grateful. If there's a mystic artifact involved, count me in. Oh, thank you, thank you. Now our only clue to the thief's whereabouts is from something he mentioned during his stay in our village. He spoke of his desire to bring change to a place called Radzatan. That is where Tsuuhe decided to begin her search, so she boarded a ferry bound there, by way of Limsa, with her trusted sword and shield close at hand. That's how you'll know her. She agreed to stay in Radzatan to gather information until aid arrived. I know nothing of the place, but it's likely she can be found in a marketplace or some such. Please, bring our treasure and my daughter safely home. All right, let's do it. Off to Radzatan. And I can't use my free teleport because I'm not on PlayStation. Good to be back, if only for a little bit. I do have to get my poetics back up. Oh, are you looking for me? Whatsoever for? Chris? And you say my mother sent you? I take it she's already explained the details, such as how we know next to nothing of the treasure and its capabilities. We have only the legends passed down through our forebears to go on. They speak of a Taral Vidral of an owl that once terrorized the forest, whose soul is sealed within the perch of the apex. The tales have only become more vague as the mists of time obscure the treasure's origin. Even our village's eldest remembers naught but an ominous warning uttered by those who once wielded its magics. The master of the apex shall be showered with good fortune, yet leave only sorrow in their wake. It's clear that despite owing their safety to the apex's power, our forebears viewed it as something to be feared. It must be truly immense. Now, on to the matter of the thief. Even during our brief acquaintance, he made plain his desire to bring change to Radzatan. Naturally, I've started my search here, and I've been seeking anyone who's expressed dissatisfaction with the status quo. Sure enough, I soon heard stories of a recent arrival, a self-styled savior of Radzatan who proclaims that he will lead the city to greatness and calls himself the Justiciar. He's apparently taken on the burden of personally exterminating the beast which infect Thavnir's wilds. He made a great show of claiming he alone is equal to the task. While he certainly draws a crowd with his boasting, they only watch with morbid curiosity as he sets off into the jungles alone. I realize this could have nothing to do with our problem, but even the smallest lead must be pursued. I've heard he often gives his speeches at the region's smaller settlements. So shall we go to see this Justiciar for ourselves? It's decided. I hear Yedlamad would be a good place to start. Hopefully there we can find our next crumb of a clue. All right, off to Yedlamad. There she is. Chris, we're in luck. This boy saw the very man we seek. It seems he gave the same grand speech about saving the people, claiming that danger lurked nearby before venturing forth to combat it alone. Yet the Radiant host could not well stand idle if there would truly beasts afoot, so one of them followed him. All we need to do is pick up their trail. He ran towards the shroud, but you might be able to spot him from Kaja's footsteps. You can see the whole forest from there. Thanks. You've been so very helpful. So, Chris, let's head there and see what we can see. All right, let's go. There's our destination. Now then, let us begin our search. Since I've never actually seen the Justiciar, I suggest we find the Radiant Host Soldier first. They do all wear similar armor after all. All right, let's do it. Thankfully, I know how to... Nope, those are flowers. I think. Nope, that's not it. That's a flower. That's an Opo. Oh. What is over? There, that must be him. What happened? We better get down there quickly. Not to worry, Chris. He's unconscious, but otherwise appears unharmed. Yeah, now the question is, what happened to the Fungwar? And where's the Justiciar? Two rocks. What's happened? We heard you came here in pursuit of the Justiciar. Do you remember anything? Yes, I eventually found him. He was confronting that fiend that now lies dead. At last, The Justiciar graces Razathan. I shall bring unending peace to this beleaguered land. You are brave to follow in my path. Few indeed possess the mettle to even consider the terrors which threaten our home, let alone stand against them. Yet courageous though you may be, you are far too weak to fell a beast so mighty. Quit this place with your life, while you are yet able. I am of the Radiant Host. If I ran from such meager prey, I would become a laughingstock. How bold to look death in the eye without flinching. I doubt not your conviction to defend Razathan, yet I believe it pales before mine. Oh, Apex! Bestow upon me your divine might! Do you not heed my call? I require your power more than ever! Is something supposed to happen? Why? Am I yet unworthy? Or mayhap there is a button I must press. This is not what I expected. Stand aside! I'll dispose of this paste! Just give me a moment! It cannot end like this! I won't be made a fool! Come on, you moldy trinket, work! Transform me into the hero of Razathan! Oof, on a roof. Ugh. He brandished that idol and became wreathed in a mysterious light. Then boulders started falling from the sky. Down they came, one after the other. That's when I must have been struck unconscious. I recall only faintly, but I think I heard the man mumbling, quite excitedly, as if he had come upon a sudden revelation, or as if he was overtaken by madness. It seems he got away unscathed. Either he had an incredible stroke of luck, or whatever he was beseeching to actually answered. Then it's as I suspected. This Justiciar is the self-same thief who stole the perch of the Apex. But no doubt he's long departed from here. First, I'll escort this fellow back to Yedlamon and keep a close eye on him. Head wounds can have a dreadful after effects. All right, Tepeke. The soldier made his way to Razathan to make a formal report, and what an odd report it will be. His accounts seem to align with legends of the treasure's powers. the wielder escaped unharmed and brought ruin to those around him. Could those falling rocks have been a freak accident? I'm not so sure. You won't believe it! He came back! Who came back? The Justiciar? Yes, not long after you left. He said he beat up a monster that knocked out a Radiant, and he was laughing his head off. Did he really do that? Is he really stronger than the Radiant? Hey, why are you looking at me? Whatever he did, the monster was slain, I suppose. Well, my mate can't stop talking about him. He wants to be just like the Justiciar. His mom and dad weren't happy about that, though. Different accent. I'd advise you and your friend to look for a different role model. But we thank you for telling us what happened. Well, there is one less fiend skulking about, I suppose. He may have been simply testing the treasure's capabilities, and as far as we know, he's yet to use its power to evil ends. I find his motivations a mystery. To steal the perch of the apex by force, only to come to Thavnir and use it for good? It makes no sense. You've heard tell of this passage of the Unbound, yes? Many have ventured to Tulialal claiming to be their victims. Yet here they would be saviors? If he had such noble goals, then why did he stoop to such devious deception? What could he be plotting? I need a new voice for that. But that's neither here nor there. He stole from my people, and that misdeed can't be forgiven. The perch of the apex helped us win peace. By its might, our forebears built the foundation of the lives we now lead. Until recently, it stood silent, a symbol of our pride as a people. It reminded us that we carved out a home within that inhospitable wilderness. Being trusted with its protection is a great honor. I was so proud of my father when the elders chose him. So proud to be his daughter. Yet since the day it was stolen, some of the other villagers made their disdain towards him only too clear. I couldn't bear it. That's why I must get it back. To restore my village's pride and my father's reputation. There's still so much we don't know about the Justiciar, but we have to assume he's learned to wield the Apex's power. I can't say whether those fallen rocks had anything to do with it, but I won't discount it outright. I'll continue looking into his whereabouts. While we still have so many questions, with both of us working together, we'll find answers soon enough. All right. The next quest will be the level 92 quest, A Brand of Justice. Well, we're going to take a quick break. If you're watching on Twitch, stay tuned. If you're watching on YouTube, here are the links provided to get you where you need to go. We'll see you in a bit.